What happened to David, Mother? Why did he disappear from the clinic in Austria where he was recuperating? What have you done with him?
This woman needing to control everything and everyone around her, you must also realize that includes you, son.
Oh, I surely do. He could have hurt himself. He could have hurt someone else.
Eli was in a bad accident, and he's not a dumb kid. He learned his lesson. So why do you have to rub his nose in it? Who said that it was part of your job to be sadistic?
I'm what?
Oh. Ah, good morning, Commissioner.
Morning.
Breakfast.
Breakfast, yes.
Breakfast? Yes.
Yes, I will have breakfast.
And that would be?
Well, potato omelet, platanos maduros, and some cafe con leche. And if you got a second, I'd like to show you something.
But sure. Breakfast dress is almost over. Ah. What kind of animal is that?
That's a dog, Carlotta.
Dog, huh? What happened to it?
Nothing. Nothing happened to it. I mean, once you get used to it, he's really kind of cute, isn't he?
Not exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Is this Patrick and Marty's dog, the one that ate the hors d'oeuvres at Nora's party?
Yeah, he'd be one and the same.
Ah.
You know what, though, since you have such a kind heart and you seem to have this willingness to take in strays,
No.
Look, the thing about this dog is he really grows on you, Carlotta.
Bo, I run a food business. I have no need for a dog. What am I going to do with the health commissioners? And besides, what am I going to do with the dog? I can't leave the dog at home in my apartment alone all day long.
You're right about that one.
In fact, in all the people that I know in Lambview, I'm the person that needs the dog least.
Okay. All right, I get your point, all right? I'm sorry I even brought it up.
No problem. I'll get you breakfast.
You having second thoughts about the dog?
Have you heard from Hank?
So, what do you hear from your dad? Not a word. But that is standard procedure when he's up at the cabin. All he does when he's up there is kick back and fish.
I know all about men and fishing.
Oh, yeah? Does your daddy fish?
Well, actually, he does. We fitted him out with a special rod and reel. But I was thinking about my grandfather. When I'd visit them, they lived in Tennessee. Granddad would be up and out of the house before the birds started chirping. He'd come back just about when I was crawling out of bed.
Are you sure the man was fishing?
Oh, stop it. I know that's where he went because, well, first of all, because I know. And because sometimes he'd take me with him. I had to work at it. But he never could say no to me.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
We would get up in the pitch dark and row out to the middle of the lake. And we'd sit out there bottom fishing, listening to nothing but the sound of water lapping at the boat hull. Then dawn would break. The world was magic, quiet, and rosy. And then the sun came up. And it was like every other day. Except I was fishing with my grandfather. It was wonderful. The most peaceful, tranquil times I have ever known.
I've gone fly fishing with my father. It's like you're on another planet. You leave the world behind you.
Hank said the cabin is on Lake Egan. Where exactly is that?
You take Route 46 and you go past Stafford Springs. Then you make a turn down to Lake Road. There the cabin sits in a stand of conifers on the edge of the water. Now, Jakara, why are you so interested?
So you con them into releasing you.
Well, I pointed out that if I could disconnect my IV, get out of bed, get dressed, haul my butt into a cab, and get all the way to Dorian's without falling down, they might as well let me get out of here.
They must have been delighted. You're a major insurance risk.
Well, whatever it takes, as long as they let me go home.
And you were planning to make this getaway without telling me.
No, I was... I was going to contact you as soon as I was settled.
Where? You weren't going back to the houseboat alone.
Well, I know you'd all find me there.
Who is you all?
Dorian, Dorothy, you.
Now, use your head. Check into the Palace Hotel. So Renee and I can look after you for a few days anyway.
Do you know who you sound like? You sound like Dorian.
For Pete's sake, I'm being motherly. That doesn't come easily to me, as you very well know. Cherish the opportunity and submit.
I'll take your suggestion under advisement.
Oh, the hell you will. Why are you sitting here?
Mother, regulations require that I proceed to the front door in a wheelchair accompanied by a nurse. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate these outpourings of maternal solicitude. In fact, I even kind of like them.
I'm gratified.
But I want to be alone now. I need some quiet.
There is a first. Are you sure you didn't hurt yourself last night?
I'm fine. Are you recovered?
Oh, I enjoyed every minute of it. Sit down, son. I've been thinking about Dorian and Kathy.
Yeah. That's a unique approach to maternity.
You bet.
Dorian is even more interesting when it comes to Star. That's Blair's little girl. She's obsessed with that child. And I'm not just talking an ordinary garden variety worry. There's a more of a tone of terror.
Terror? About what?
That something might happen to Star, that her father might hurt her in some way.
Well, she lives full-time with her father, if I remember correctly. Isn't he a publisher of some sensationalist rags?
Yeah, the Sun.
Well, what do you think?
Well, as far as I can tell, I mean, Todd's been a pretty good father. He's not much as a human being, but he's devoted to the kid.
So why is Dorian so concerned?
I have no idea. But whatever it is, it's intense. And I'm convinced that Dorian's reacting to something that happened in her own childhood. I mean, she won't discuss it. She won't even admit that her reactions are extreme. Maybe she's reacting to a memory she's suppressed so that she herself doesn't even know what's eating her.
Why don't you leave the psychoanalysis to the psychoanalyst?
Oh, okay. Fine. What do you think?
I think you're probably right.
Well, how are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm slouching toward recovery.
Well, you got a bit of color back in your face. I don't believe it.
It's Dr. Maud.
One Life to Live, brought to you by Pedigree, food for dogs, developed with vets, recommended by top